You replay it afterward, the smile, the thing they said, asking one question. Do they actually look me, or am I making it up? Here's what nobody tells you. It was never in the signs, it's in the sink. And here's the part that stings. You've gotten this wrong in both directions. There was the person who actually liked you, and you talked yourself out of it. Read their warmth as just being nice, and let it pass. And then the opposite. Someone was only being polite, and you were sure it meant something more, until the moment you realized it didn't, and cringed about it for a week. Both misreads come from the same bad habit. You were hunting for a sign. One look, one touch, one text, decoded like it could carry the whole answer. It can't. You've been playing this with the wrong rulebook. If reading people accurately is a skill you actually want, the kind where you leave a conversation knowing where you stand, instead of replaying it for hours afterward, this is the channel for it. Subscribe and we'll keep sharpening exactly that. So let me hand you the one that actually works. Here's the reframe that changes everything. Liking doesn't announce itself in a single gesture. There's no secret hair flip, no magic amount of eye contact, no one look that means they're into you. That's the myth. And it sends you hunting for a clue that was never there. Because real liking doesn't broadcast, it leaks. It leaks out sideways, as coordination. Two people quietly falling into step without deciding to. And there's one small move that turns your guess into an actual read. I'll get to it in a few minutes. First, you need to see why the thing everyone's taught to look for is a dead end. So how good are the famous signs really? Not good. Think about what those 15 signs she likes you videos actually tell you to do. Watch for crossed legs, a hair touch, a held glance, and treat any one of them as proof. But a single gesture is noise. People cross their legs because the chair is uncomfortable. They hold eye contact because they're polite, or because they're waiting for you to stop talking. One behavior, on its own, tells you almost nothing. You've been reading tea leaves. Here's what the research points to instead. Back in 1990, two psychologists, Linda Tickle-Degnan and Robert Rosenthal, asked a sharper question. Not what's the sign, but what does real connection actually look like from the outside? They found it isn't one thing. It's three happening together. First, attention. They orient toward you. Body angled in, eyes coming back to you. The rest of the room going quiet in their focus. Second, warmth. Not the polite kind everybody hands out, but the real thing. The smile that reaches the eyes and stays a beat too long. And third, coordination. Their rhythm falling into step with yours. You lean in, they lean in. You slow down, they slow down. Here's the whole thing in one line. It was never in the signs. It's in the sink. Not one gesture, three things moving together over a few minutes. And once you can see all three at once, you stop guessing and start reading. But here's the part that makes this usable. Why would two people's rhythms line up at all? Because we copy each other, automatically, without meaning to. In 1999, two researchers named Tanya Chartrand and John Barg ran a now famous study. They had people work alongside a stranger who was secretly in on it. Sometimes the stranger rubbed their face. Sometimes they jiggled a foot. And without noticing, the real participants started doing the same thing, rubbing their face, jiggling their foot, matching a person they'd just met. They called it the chameleon effect. And here's the key finding. The more two people are clicking, the more the mirroring ramps up. Posture, gestures, the pace you talk at, even how you breathe. It's not a trick anyone's running on purpose. It runs underneath the whole conversation on its own. And that's what makes it so useful. You can't see a feeling. Feelings hide. But you can absolutely see two people fall into sync. The matched lean, the shared pace, the way their energy tracks yours. The feeling stays private. The coordination leaks out where anyone paying attention can catch it. So here's the move I promised you. You don't hunt for the sign. You watch for the sync. Give it a few minutes and track those three things together. Is their attention actually on you? Is the warmth real? And is their rhythm falling into step with yours? One moment proves nothing. A pattern that keeps showing up across the whole conversation is the thing you can trust. And there is a gentle way to test it, as long as you keep it honest. Make one small, genuine bid. Let your own energy lift on something you actually care about. Share a bit of real enthusiasm, and watch what they do. Somebody who's with you tends to rise with you. Their energy comes up to meet yours. Somebody who's just being polite stays flat, and you'll feel the gap. And to be clear, this isn't about performing a mood to reel someone in. That's manipulation, and it doesn't even work. Forced mirroring reads as fake, because it is. This is you reading what's honestly there. That's the whole skill. I call it the sync signal. And it works the same whether you're wondering if a date's into you, if a new coworker actually wants to be friends, or if the room's warming to your idea. Stop reading gestures. Start reading coordination. Now, one honest limit, because this is where people overread and get burned. Back in 1968, a psychologist named Robert Zajonc showed something a little unsettling. Just being around someone again and again makes us like them more. No conversation required. Familiarity alone quietly grows warmth. He called it the mere exposure effect, and it's why the coworker you see every morning, or the friend of a friend who's always around, can feel warm and easy, for no deeper reason than repetition. So sync is real, but be careful what you conclude from it. It tells you there's genuine ease between you. Affiliation. Comfort. It does not tell you what kind. Warm and in sync could mean they're into you. It could just as easily mean you're a familiar, safe, likable presence, and nothing more. So read the sync as a green light for paying attention, not a verdict on how someone feels. It's a reason to relax and stay curious. It's never proof. And one more line to keep it clean. Reading interest is never permission to pursue. A clear no is a real answer, and it deserves respect. And here's the part nobody tells you. The most emotionally intelligent person in any room isn't the one decoding every glance and spiraling about what it meant. That person is anxious, exhausting, and usually wrong. It's the one who can read the room accurately and stay warm and calm about whatever the answer turns out to be. Who can tell the difference between real interest and simple politeness, and be completely fine either way? That's the whole game. Not needing the answer to be yes so badly that you can't see what's actually in front of you. And that's not a personality you're born with. It's a skill. You just started building it. So here's all of it in one line. You can't read a feeling off a single look, but you can read the sync. Forget the crossed legs, forget the hair touch, forget the perfect amount of eye contact. Watch instead for three things moving together: their attention on you, real warmth, and a rhythm that falls into step with yours. Here's your one thing to try in the next day. Pick one ordinary conversation and just watch the coordination. Do they turn toward you, warm up, fall into your pace? Don't decide anything, don't act on it. Just practice seeing the sync. Do that a handful of times and the guessing quietly stops. And remember, this is reading patterns, not diagnosing anyone. If any of it sits heavy, talk to someone you trust. If you want to become the person who reads a room clearly and never loses sleep over it, subscribe. That's what we build here, one mechanism at a time. The human code. The science of why you do what you do.